podcast is sponsored by
BetterHelp. I've been in therapy since my 20s, and it's made a huge difference in my life. There were so many nights where I struggled mentally and emotionally, growing up being bullied, losing relationships. My life is still not perfect, but therapy has really helped me get to a better place. And that's why I believe everyone deserves access to it. We've all faced hardships. We've all had those days where it feels impossible to keep going. And that's where BetterHelp comes in. BetterHelp is the world's largest therapy service, making professional help accessible and convenient. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire, and they'll match you with a licensed therapist who fits every one of your needs. From there, you can talk to them however you feel comfortable, through video call, through phone, or even chat. We live in a generation driven by social media, so more than ever, you have to make sure you're mentally okay, especially with the pressures of not just everyday life, but also social media. So I encourage you all to take that first step by going to betterhelp.com/justalex. Take care of yourself mentally, and everything else will fall into place. So don't wait. Go to betterhelp.com/justalex and start your journey today.
Drew McIntyre was just suspended by Nick Aldis. Now, what's the story behind that? We also have a brand new women's United States champion. Let's talk about it right here in Alyx's World. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is your WWE Friday Night SmackDown review, recap, reaction. If you're ready, let's talk about it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know what's going on with WWE and their creative as of lately, but there's a clear dip in its quality. Has the bloom come off the rose for Triple H? Everyone was saying this was the savior. When Vince McMahon stepped down, we all said it can only go up from here with Triple H. Is the show still better as it is now than it was under Vince McMahon? Yes. However, there is a clear dip in quality. The storytelling, the weekly shows are not as good as they were a year ago. Period. And everyone notices it. Everyone sees it. It doesn't help that ticket prices are astronomical. I just saw an interview with Nick Khan talking about that. The term he used was bullish when it comes to ticket prices, as in he's going to keep pushing for them to be high because of a high market value, supply and demand. A lot of people want to come see us, and that's why the ticket prices are high. I think the term you're looking for is bullshit. There's no reason, none whatsoever, for ticket prices to be high. That's why you can't sell out anything. Yet another show the WWE did not sell out because of ticket prices. But who am I kidding? The show quality is not what it used to be either. So that probably hurt it as well. I will say this. I am so happy that Chelsea Green is once again your United States Women's Champion. Giulia, great talent. They weren't doing anything with her. They literally did nothing with her. It reminds me of Io Sky's reign. They did nothing with Io Sky as the Women's World Champion. She had that classic match at WrestleMania, and then she did not defend that belt but once until she lost it to Naomi. Absolutely awful. Same thing with Giulia. What is going on? Ever since WrestleMania, the creative has been dog shit. It has been. Has it been absolute trash? Like it's the worst I've ever seen? Again, it's better than Vince McMahon. But in comparison to what it used to be, especially knowing that Triple H is the head creative writer, it hasn't been hitting. And I'm sorry, Cody Rhodes as a world champ, as the WWE champ, it's just not hitting. It's just not it. We can love the guy. I think he's a great... You know what? Here's what I'll say about Cody. In terms of media, in terms of being the face, in terms of an ambassador, he's the perfect professional wrestler to be a top champion. But the moment you turn on the television and it's time to get cooking with storytelling, making people care about your TV product, it ain't cooking. It's just not there. I felt that way during his first reign. I feel the exact same way now. Cody just ain't it. Not this version of Cody Rhodes. And so Drew McIntyre is looking mighty fine right now when it comes to being a WWE champion. I'm not saying it'll be any better with him. Creative just seems to be bad across the board, so it doesn't matter who the title is on. But damn it, give me something different. So, speaking of Drew McIntyre, apparently Drew McIntyre was suspended. He was suspended by Nick Aldis for interfering in the main event. A main event featuring Aleister Black and Cody Rhodes. Y'all said I was crazy. Y'all said I was crazy for assuming Aleister Black would be made a main event player. Well, guess what? They sure as hell booked him like one. And guess what? He didn't get pinned. Went to a no contest. So they're clearly protecting him. And they're gearing him up to be a main event player. As they should be. Because Aleister Black is a main event player. But Drew McIntyre interfered, and Nick Aldis suspends him, but not Damian Priest, who also interfered. Okay, kind of weird. But I guess the idea is he attacked a referee, so he's dangerous. I don't know where that's going, but as I said, when Cody beat him on Saturday night's main event, I did not think this was it. They had to find a way to get him back in the title picture. This is it. So he's still in the world title picture. I'm pretty sure we'll see Cody and Drew one more time at Survivor Series. And that is where, ladies and gentlemen, that is where he wins the belt. That better be where Drew wins the belt, because God damn it, I'm sick of it now. We need something. This show needs something. It's dry. Everyone's saying it. Everyone sees it. Anywhere you go in the wrestling community, everyone's saying WWE's creative, at least when it comes to SmackDown. Raw's a little bit better. Raw's actually much better. But when it comes to SmackDown, oh my God, it's not good. It's not good. The only thing that's saving this show from being an absolute disaster is that United States Open Challenge that continues weekly to be the best thing about this show. Ilja Dragunov had another absolute banger, this time with Johnny Gargano. And I love the story of this match. It seems to be that every person who's tested by Ilja Dragunov, who goes through his ritual of pain, if you will, comes out emancipated, better than they were going in. For a moment, we got a glimpse of the heart and soul of NXT. A man that would not die. And with every punishment he took, that version of Gargano emerged, piece by piece by piece, until he was overwhelmed by Ilja Dragunov. So it feels like they're using Ilja Dragunov to reestablish a lot of the wrestlers. So they're building to a match between him and Tommaso Ciampa. That's going to be an absolute banger, absolute classic. Can't wait for it. But I think between then, we're going to have certain wrestlers, maybe Axiom, maybe Montez Ford, maybe even someone from the Wyatt family, get involved here. And Ilja Dragunov is going to make them feel like superstars. So I'm very excited for everything they got coming for the United States Open Challenge, the United States Championship Open Challenge. But outside of Dragunov, I do not care. I'm sorry, the women's division on SmackDown is absolutely dog shit.
$933,000 for SmackDown is wake-up call for HHH.
Is that the rating from last week? Oof. It's going to be lower this week. Watch. The women's division on SmackDown is trash. I love Jade Cargill. You know what? I love all the women except for Nia Jax. Although I'm starting to warm up to her too. But regardless, this division is not good. There is no division. B-Fab, I love me some Mia Yim, Mi Chan, but no. What women's division? Jade Cargill is literally the only good thing until Bianca comes back. And they call up Jada Parker and Lola Vice. Dear God, please just call up all the women on NXT. Because damn it, SmackDown needs it. It needs Jordan Grace. It needs Kalani Jordan. Anybody. I'll take Thea Hale. Fuck. This division is dry. It's dry. It's not good at all. I had to watch Charlotte Flair versus Nia Jax. A match that nobody asked for. Nobody asked for. Only for it to end with Nia Jax pinning Charlotte after Last Legend from NXT came in to assist Nia. So Nia Jax and Lash Legend are a tag team now. Don't hate it, but it's also one of those things where I'm like,
When do you think we will get a WWE roster change? I think WWE needs it.
It needs to happen next week. It needs to happen literally next week. Don't wait till after WrestleMania and do a draft. Fuck that shit. Call them up now. Call them up now. We need it. This ain't working. It's not working. I'm sitting here finding reasons to praise this show. And while I love the talent, while I appreciate the hard work ethic, the schedule that these performers are on, we have to call a spade a spade. The quality of these shows are not great. And everyone sees it, everyone says it. Triple H is stuck in NXT mode where he won't let something happen until like a certain part of the year. And then in between then, it's just dry filler episodes. I'm gonna need him to start picking this up. I don't mind you having your major points throughout the year, but you need to keep us interested until we get there. I'm baffled that this is the same company that gave us CM Punk and Drew McIntyre from last year, gave us The Rock, the Final Boss, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. The way they were able to finish his story gave me hope that we were in for it. We were in for great things. When John Cena turned heel, I said, oh my God, here we go. And then it just fell apart. And I can't figure out what happened. Something happened after WrestleMania. John Cena turning heel, and then whatever followed that, something happened. And everything just didn't click. Seth Rollins Seth Rollins getting hurt screwed it, but let's be real, that wasn't clicking either. Seth Rollins in the division wasn't clicking. When they got with Becky, that was something. There was something there. I think they were starting to find it, but then Seth Rollins got hurt. I don't know. Like, maybe they can find a way back to their A game. Maybe there's a way to get back to what they were. But this ain't it, man. This ain't it. And then they have the gall to overcharge ticket prices. WWE is in for a rude awakening. What's even crazier is despite the lackluster year they've had, WWE's earnings are still high. They outperformed UFC. Yeah, the WWE outperformed the UFC this third quarter. UFC has not been doing good at all. But that doesn't mean that things are looking up for WWE because you're seeing the numbers dwindling. You're seeing the show quality dwindle. I'm not liking it. They have to pivot somehow. So whatever storylines you got coming, speed it up. Either speed it up or get someone in there to make it more interesting as we build to these major plot points. Drew McIntyre is winning the WWE Championship at Survivor Series. That is my prediction. I promise you. Otherwise, what are we doing? Fine. Can we do something in between then to keep it interesting? Every show needs to be a hit. Enough of this. enough filler episodes. You gave the United States Championship, the Women's United States Championship, back to Chelsea Green because you wasn't doing well with Giulia. Here's my thing. Giulia's an amazing talent. Giulia is an amazing talent. It's just bad booking isn't doing well. The booking of her championship run was garbage. Her championship run was booked terribly. And then the rest of the show, what rest of the show? The BFTs? What is it, the BFTs or the MFTs? The blunt force traumas? No. I meant to say the MFTs. The MFTs are not it. They're trying so hard with Solo Sikoa. They're trying so hard, but damn it, he is a charisma vacuum. I liked it better when he was a showman and he was having fun and being a jokester. But now that he's a serious heel, it's fucking boring. It's boring. And please, for the love of God, don't you dare do the Wyatt Six versus the MFT's WarGames. I think we're not going to see that. I think we're going to get Team Vision versus Team Roman Reigns. Please, for the love of God. But man, I don't know what I can tell you that was worth it them about the show outside of the United States Championship match. Even the world title, WWE Championship picture it's dry, man. We gotta shake something up. Something's gotta be shaken up. There's gotta be a new creative direction. Someone has to come in and take the wheel. I love Triple H, but something's off, man. Has he lost touch? Is his attention divided? Are there too many cooks in the kitchen? I don't know what's going on, but the show quality isn't what it used to be. And someone needs to say it. If I have to say it, I'll be that one to say it. I don't mind saying it. I already got the AEW sickos mad at me for saying AEW isn't good. I don't mind saying WWE isn't all that great. The shows are not clicking. You have the talent, but the creative is off. I see people blaming Road Dogg. I did see that Road Dogg was head creative again. Maybe that's the problem. Why is it that anytime Road Dogg is involved, the show just doesn't work? Okay, Road Dogg, you gotta go, my man. Maybe Shawn Michaels should take over SmackDown. Fuck it. Shawn is doing great with NXT. Make him run SmackDown too. And just leave him alone. No, seriously. Give Shawn Michaels SmackDown. Hire Gabe Sapolsky or whoever's writing Evolve. Who's ever doing Evolve, make them in charge of NXT. Take the Evolve roster, move that to NXT, make that NXT. Take Shawn Michaels, put him on SmackDown, Triple H can run Raw and PLEs. And just let that be. I think something needs to change from a creative standpoint. Because what we got right now just ain't it. Just ain't it. I'm sorry. Someone said Mercedes Moné will challenge Chelsea Green for the United States title. Can she? For real. No. I would rather have Mercedes Moné come back and win her 13th championship. I don't give a fuck. Anything. Give me something that's not paint by numbers, boring bullshit. Something's got to change. SmackDown is in desperate need of some kind of revamp. Of some type of, the word I was trying to say was being reinvigorated, I suppose. I don't know what else I can say other than something's gotta change. SmackDown needs renovation. It needs to be upgraded. And I don't want to have to wait until Survivor Series, until Royal Rumble, until WrestleMania season. No. Every show needs to be a banger. That's something. Here's the thing about Vince McMahon. When he was good, in his prime, when Vince McMahon was running the shows, every week something was happening. Every fucking week. Was it all great? No. But something was happening. Every week something was happening. Not a single show was must miss. Not a single show was a miss. You had to watch every single show. Must see every week. That's something I will give to Vince McMahon when he was at his prime and he knew what he was doing and he wasn't out of touch. Triple H? Yeah, something will happen periodically. No, something needs to happen weekly. Am I overreacting? You let me know. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me for my SmackDown review. We're going to talk about the show. I'm going to break down the segments. And we're really going to get into what the issues are. The International Superchat title is on the line. It's looking like we're going to crown a new Superchat champ because Drew Usher has apparently said he just wanted to keep it warm. He has no plans on keeping it. So, all right. So we'll see what happens there. Let's move things along. Thank you all so much for being here. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads, follow us on Discord, follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer, and give me a follow on TikTok for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on you. Can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. To get your thoughts played live on the air, email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alyx guy? To join the club, get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt. Hot out the press. Also get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt and many more. T-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned, join the cause, expand the brand today, right here in Alyx's World. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely live stream. Please show your love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Shine Eyes and Firestar Heart, Elias, a Demon, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything. Huh? Wait. Dylan Danger, Dylan Danger, Teflon Don, The Mod Father, Zeno, Enigma, Big MGM, Mrs. Firestar Heart, Angel, Holland Beck. They help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Please be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Standing tall in the lead with just $5 is SD Kai. Drew Usher regained, the international title with, I think, $10, if I'm not mistaken. Will he lose it to $5? Will SD Kai become the next international champ? We'll have to see. All right, let's get these shout outs in. Who's here? By the way, to win the international title, just be the one to donate the most money. You have to donate the most money to become the new international champ. The amount to beat is $5. Right from the top, I see Aaron Teagle. Good to have you here, sir. I see JJ, who let the dogs out? JJ Bulldog. I see the current international champ, the Savior, Drew Usher, but he's already said he will not be defending his belt tonight. He just plans on just holding it and then dropping it. Appreciate that. We got SD Kai. SD Kai, if you win the title, I'll have to come up with some type of intro for you. What nickname do you want? If you win the title. Your Highness, King AJ. We got Slim Bait. Slim Bait says, Jay's title reign is already better than Tiffany time. Taffy time. Tiffy time. LOL. They did the Jay Charlotte tease, and Jay looks way better as his monster character. Oh, she's a much better champion. Much better champion than Tiffany. Tiffany was boring as bricks. I also see PYXY888, Slam Tackle TV. Ronwell Nogales, announcement: due to my situation, like my expenses, there's a chance that I might drop my world title on either Survivor Series or Sierra's final match. I'm losing my champions, man. I'm losing my champions. What is going on? Oh, Lord. Okay. The economy is just going crazy right now. I understand. Again, like, the championship is it goes to people who donates the most money, whether it's $5, $10, $20, 50, whatever. But we'll say, Ronwell Nogales, if you have to drop the belt at Survivor Series, I understand. No pressure, my man. The economy is just, ugh. Let's see here. Who else we got? Luis Gamer 639. We also got, I want to be sure I don't miss anybody. Adam Ritter. Let me see. Game Shock. Got Game Shock in here. YouTube member Right Hand Cam. YouTube member Darcy Chatham. Right Hand Cam gives SmackDown a 7 out of 10. Oof, you're being generous. Lauren Biggs, your goatness, former international champ. Lauren Biggs, also in his house. All right, last one's going to go to... who's going to get the last shout out? Who haven't I shouted out yet? Dragon Man 88. All right. Thank you all so much for making me a part of your day. You could be anywhere else. You chose me, and I'm grateful for it. Let's move things along to the SmackDown review, ladies and gentlemen. So, I need to be careful with my words, because I feel like I came in a little too hot when it comes to SmackDown. I didn't think SmackDown was like the worst possible show I've ever seen. I just feel like in terms of the quality that we used to get, it's nowhere near it, if I'm being honest with you. It's just nowhere near it. They were in Greenville, South Carolina tonight. It wasn't a sellout. The last time they were here was Monday Night Raw last year, if I'm not mistaken. And they sold that out, over 10,000. Here, nowhere close. 7,000 best. Now, 7,000 isn't that bad, but it is one of those things where you're seeing the decline. You're seeing the decline in the popularity. It's not firing on all cylinders because, unfortunately, things are too expensive now. And they purposely raised the prices. But they did some good things on this show. I like that they showcased Aleister Black in the main event. You had Cody Rhodes come out, say that he's done with Drew McIntyre. And they took very, very good care. Very, very delicate storytelling here. When they showed the video package of what happened on Saturday, they highlighted Cody Rhodes DDTing Drew on the belt. They made that a contention point. And then Cody came out and said, well, Drew, he brought the belt in. I used it. I'm moving on. Drew screwed Drew. Brett screwed Brett. Drew screwed Drew. Says, I'm moving on. Aleister Black comes out, challenges him to a main event. It wasn't for the title, but challenges him to a main event match. And yeah, that's basically what happened. I'm all about Aleister Black being in the main event scene. And I feel like they're using his feud with Damian Priest to help him get there. This is a vehicle for both of them to get to the main event scene, which I appreciate. I love that. So after that, I believe, was the United States Open Challenge, right? Again, the best part of the entire show is Ilja Dragunov. Ilja Dragunov was confronted by Tommaso Ciampa, and then he said, you're an asshole. An asshole! I'm going to challenge your best friend, Gargano, instead. Match was excellent. As I said at the beginning, the storytelling here is that Ilja Dragunov is reminding wrestlers of who they used to be, of how great they used to be, right? He's reminding wrestlers of a time when they were viewed as people that should be taken seriously. And during this match, when he was beating the piss out of Gargano, you saw that fighting spirit come back. You saw you saw Gargano show a little bit of that NXT, that heart and soul version of him, the old Johnny Gargano. Because the more punishment he took, the more he kept coming. And it was nice to see that. It was nice to be reminded of who Johnny Wrestling is. And if that's what we're going to get with Ilja Dragunov, where he's essentially emancipating all these wrestlers. He's reminding them of who they are and how good they used to be and how good they could be, which I love. I love that. And so if that's going to be the storytelling of the United States Open Challenge, please keep it going. Please keep it going. So he ends up beating Gargano, but Gargano comes out looking stronger as a result. And they're slowly but surely building to a match between Tommaso Ciampa and Ilja Dragunov, but also building to a match between Tama Tonga and Ilja Dragunov too. Just little snippets here and there. So you're looking at the booking of the United States Open Challenge, and you go, why can't the rest of SmackDown be this good? Right? It's clear that you know what you're doing, that you can book well. You're just choosing not to. You can't tell me, after looking at the United States Open Challenge, that they can't book good shows. This is great stuff. Even the minor storytelling they're doing in between the matches, that shit is great. I wish the rest of the show was like that. So Sami Zayn is temporarily on, the injured list. He's not cleared to wrestle. And there's a story there. Don't know what they're doing. But they're going to bring him back somehow to take out the MFTs. Okay. And then Jay Cargill comes out to cut a promo. And it's kept short. I'm that bitch. End of promo. Walks away. Let me just say this right now. Jay Cargill, by this time next year, will be one of the most popular wrestlers. If she already isn't, she would be one of the most popular wrestlers in WWE. You want to know why? Because she stands out. In this environment, in this climate of WWE where everything is drawn out and just way too long. Long matches, long promos, long segments. Jay just gets straight to the point. She dominates her opponents. She wastes no time on the microphone, and she leaves an impact. Her presence, her charisma is what's going to make her a superstar. This is how you book her. AEW had it right. Now WWE is doing it. And she's going to get over doing exactly that, just dominating people. Next week, she's going to run through BFAB, please. Make her go back to NXT because she needs it. But yeah, I'm loving the booking of Jade Cargill. I'm loving the booking of Ilja Dragunov. You're seeing these two things and you're going, well, why can't the rest of SmackDown be like this? Right? And then we go from Jade Cargill to Charlotte Flair and Nia Jax. We have a women's tag team division, right? We have a women's tag team division, right? So I get what they were trying to do. Clearly, they were setting up Nia Jax and Lash Legend to become a tag team, and we're going to have them fight Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Can we just take the belts off of Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, please? I don't care whether you give it to the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend, or someone else, but I want them to do something else with Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They were doing this storyline where Kurt Angle and Chris Benoit, they weren't getting along, but they made a good tag team. What happened to that? Charlotte and Alexa are getting along very well. I see or sense no tension between them. I thought the whole storyline was about they couldn't get along, they're not getting along, and eventually this is a ticking time bomb and it's going to blow up, right? That could have been something. Where has that been? Where has that been? It's just two women who are not friends, clearly getting along very well. There's no intrigue, there's no tension at all. Did we just go away from that? I'm sorry, it's just not good. So Lash Legend helps Nia Jax beat Charlotte Flair. Great. Put them in a tag team and then give them the belts. Quite honestly. And then have Charlotte and Alexa feud. Someone says they're screwing up Bayley Quinn. Yeah, Bayley showed a lot of promise, and then it didn't get any kind of advancement yet. Hopefully they do something with that soon. Hopefully. They announced some matches for John Cena's final match, the tournament. Jey Uso versus The Miz. And then L.A. Knight, yeah, versus a mystery opponent. I'm assuming that's Gunther. And I think Gunther is probably going to win the tournament. And then we have Gunther beat John Cena. What? Really? Is that what we're doing? Gunther beats John Cena? Sure, whatever. We'll prefer someone else, like an LA Knight or Dominic Mysterio. But Gunther ends Goldberg's career and will also end John Cena's career. Sure. Chelsea Green ends up beating Giulia for the United States Women's Championship. And it's for the best. Chelsea's really hot right now. Figuratively and literally, she's really hot. And she's teaming with Ethan Page. They're a thing. They're the mixed tag team champs on AAA. And it's cool that they both have their own respective belts. Ethan Page has the North American Championship on NXT, and now Chelsea Green has the United States Women's Championship. So it's like North American, United States. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. And honestly, Chelsea Green is used a lot more. She's a lot more entertaining. When she was champ, it meant a lot more. They were not doing well with Giulia. They did not use Giulia well at all. At all. I'm sorry. It's just not that entertaining. They don't know how to book her. She was so much better on NXT. She felt like a monster. She was dominant. She came across like a star. And then they call her up to the main roster, and it's not clicking. I think part of the reason is that she's a heel. I don't know why Giulia is a heel. She's a natural babyface. That's just my personal opinion, but whatever. Okay. We'll see what they do with her. But she lost the belt. Don't know what's going on with her next. Don't know what they're going to do with her next. Chelsea Green is the new women's champ. MFTs were backstage talking about what they're going to do to Rey Fenix. And again, they're trying really, really hard with Solo Sikoa being a heel, and it's just not working. It's just not working. It's not like I don't like the dude, but man, come on. Like, this is not it. Something's off about this, bro. This Timu bloodline bullshit, it's just not it. But anyways, he had Tala Tonga, Hikuleo, go out to fight Rey Fenix. You see the Wyatt family in the background, not messing with him, saying not yet. And it was I won't say it was a squash match, because Rey Fenix did get a lot of offense, but it was a dominant performance by Tala Tonga, because he's tall and he's short. So the tall man beat the short man. And then afterwards, Sami Zayn ran out with a steel chair. Like, I'm sorry, can we get more interesting heels? I would prefer more interesting heels. Main event? Yeah, main event was Aleister Black versus Cody Rhodes for the... Well, not for the title. It was just a match, right? Yeah, it was just a match. Cody Rhodes versus Aleister Black. And Cody Rhodes ends up not winning the match. Neither does Aleister Black. What they did was fine. It was solid. Nothing to write home about. It was a solid match, but it was to set up Drew McIntyre to come out at the end and Claymore kick the referee. I think it's the same referee. Is it the same referee that refereed the match on SmackDown? Saturday Night's main event, excuse me. I think it's the same referee. All right, it's the same referee to come out and do all this, and yeah. Drew ends up having the match go to a no contest. Aleister Black doesn't take a loss, so he's protected, but he got to showcase himself against Cody. Damian Priest comes out, so now he's in the mix. They start brawling, probably going to set up a tag match in the future. And then, for some reason, Nick Aldis comes out and suspends Drew McIntyre, but not Damian Priest. Okay, so Drew McIntyre gets suspended. And that's how we end the show. Okay. Not quite sure where that's going, but I'm almost certain, ladies and gentlemen, almost certain that we're going to get Drew versus Cody at Survivor Series. I'm going to need Drew to win this belt at Survivor Series. He needs to win this belt because Cody ain't it. I don't hate Cody, but homeboy, it's time for something different. WWE needs to mix it up. We need to mix it up, top to bottom. Keep the United States Open Challenge, United States Championship Open Challenge. Love Chelsea Green as the Women's United States Champ. Love Jade Cargill as the Women's Champ already. Keep her dominant. Do something else with those Women's Tag Team titles. Honestly, do something else with the Men's Tag Team titles.
People who should beat Cena: Dom, LaKnight, Mello, Joe Hendry, Story, Oba, Edge. Let me dream, damn it. Nathan Ferrer, hot take.
Nathan Ferrer? You mean Nathan Frazier? Who's Nathan Frazier? Anyways, look. I know I'm a little pissed off. I'm a little pedo. Because SmackDown is just... The show is just not hitting, man. And, you know, as a content creator, I come up here and I talk about this stuff because I want to show my fandom. I don't want to rant on it. It's the same thing with AEW. You think I go into these shows looking to hate on it? No. I'm not looking to hate on anything. I would like to come in, enjoy myself, and then leave with positive things to say about it. I'm not that dude. I don't hate watch. I don't like hate watching. Okay? I don't do it for the clicks. I don't need to. But man, if the show sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. It's as simple as that. If the show sucks, I'm going to say it sucks. As anybody here would. So, y'all give me your scores. Y'all give me your grades. How'd y'all feel about SmackDown? We're going to crown ourselves probably a new International Super Chat champ. And it's most likely going to be SD Kai. So let me go ahead and get that ready. I have no idea what Drew Usher. I have no idea what Corp CA are doing. They have their own little storylines going. And Ronwell Nogales is over here saying that he won't be champ either. So it's just a rough time for everybody, bro. You know, SNAP benefits aren't going out. People are suffering with that. I just saw that a Supreme Court justice just blocked it. Bro, man, let people eat. Let people eat, bro. It's just a bad time right now. So, like I keep saying, I do appreciate you all for supporting the channel, for continuing to support me and allowing me to come on to your screens, come into your life to entertain you. The donations are a privilege. I'm never going to get upset with how much I make. I'm just grateful that I'm getting donated to. Okay? Please understand that. I'm never going to be that dude that comes up here and gets mad at people for not giving me money. You don't have to give me anything. And so the donations are very much appreciated. It does help me. And like I said, wherever I can put back into the channel, I do. Look at this HD screen. I was able to get this desktop because of you. So, I'm always grateful for that. SD Kai, I think you're going to win. When do you want to defend the belt? Do you want to defend the belt on Raw or SmackDown? Because we can keep it on SmackDown. Let me know, bud, because I think it's a wrap. I don't see Corp CA or Drew Usher. Yeah, I don't see Corp CA or Drew Usher in the mix here. So, let me see here. Ronwell Nogales, my very unlikely fantasy booking for Cena's final match. It's about to be Cena versus Gunther, but then someone jumped Gunther from the entrance. It turns out to be Edge. I doubt that's what's going to happen. SD Kai says, hate watch only feels right for sports rivals. Yeah, I suppose so. Road Dogg thinks SmackDown is great. I bet he does.
Psych. That's the wrong number.
Drew Usher said, "Oh, you thought that's cute. That's cute. You thought you was taking my title. But unfortunately, I'm the savior." See, I think Drew Usher low-key is probably one of the... He got deep pockets. And he just likes to let people pretend like, oh, you got this in the bag, and then went, nope. Well, technically speaking, it's a tie game right now. It's tied. $10 a piece. SD Kai is at 10. Drew Usher is at 10. So what we gonna do about this? Gentlemen, how are we gonna resolve this? Are we gonna go back and forth? Or are we having a title defense? We're tied right now. Gotta have a tiebreaker. Breaking news. WWE is canceling the Cena tournament. They're going to have Nikki Bella dash in at Saturday night's main event. Oh, to have a match with... Oh, to have a certain match with Cena. A certain match that Edge and Lita had. A certain celebration. Quite the go-home celebration for Cena. ESPN should grade SmackDown and Raw.
What you gonna do when Drew comes for you?
So Drew Usher said, nah, I'm still champ. I'm not ready to give it up yet. You swerved us, Drew. You swerved us. All right, so I was ready to give the belt to SD Kai, but then Drew Usher said, nah, you don't have to do anything. Unless SD Kai wants to challenge him for it. SD Kai, do you concede, or what are we doing? You want to keep going? Because I'm pretty sure Drew Usher has deep pockets. Run Nogales, I know, Alex, this is my fantasy book, and Cena versus Gunther is what WWE is planning. Uh-oh, we not going nowhere. We not going nowhere. We not going nowhere.
Hi, Drew.
SD Kai takes the lead. What is that, $30? And Drew Usher had, if I'm not mistaken, 15. So Drew Usher is at 15. SD Kai is at 30. SD Kai said, oh. You want to fight? You wanna rumble? Let's rumble. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, KC Thunder with the $1 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. We got ourselves a super chat title defense. Drew Usher thought he was probably gonna sneak this in and go psych, but SD Kai is like, no, for real though. I really want this title. You just never know, ladies and gentlemen. You just never know who's coming for these belts. You love to see it. So what we doing, Drew? What we doing, sir? Let me read some comments while they decide what's happening here.
You can have the title next week, Usher.
SD Kai says he just wants it for 1 week. He just wants it for 1 week. SD Kai takes the lead with $35 to Drew Usher's $15. SD Kai's like, let me have it for 1 week. Let me taste the gold. Let me have a transitional title run. Let me just have this one time. I don't know. I don't know if Drew Usher's going to let you have it, though. I think Drew Usher is just like, hold on for a minute, player. Let me see here. BTC1. We need Cody to do a WWE Championship Open Challenge just like the US Open Challenge. What do you think about that? Oh, something different. I don't know if it would work with Cody. I don't know if Cody can be that dude to have open challenges and him get people over. It works better with Ilja Dragunov. JJ Bulldog, this is why SmackDown is losing its viewers down to 339K. Yeah, I did see that the rating is not great at all, unfortunately. Let me read some more comments here. T.Y. Ray. Drew wearing white, and I think he should win the title. Oh, for real? I did see that donation by Drew Usher. I don't know why it didn't play. So Drew Usher donated $10. Maybe it's just backlogged. Maybe there's a backlog here. Or is the chat trying to catch up? Yeah, for some reason the chat didn't register. So Drew Usher is now at $25. That was weird. $25 for Drew Usher. And then I believe SD Kai is still at $35. Yes, SD Kai, you are still ahead. $35. Loving this competition here. Please keep it going. Please keep it going. Right hand cam. I see why you gave it a 6.5. I gave it a 7 because of Nick didn't announce LA Knights versus question mark. That's why I gave it a 7. Oh, so the mystery of who's coming to SmackDown next week is keeping your interest. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Carlene Williams. Honestly, I'm glad Giulia lost the belt. Her reign was terrible. Now we have to fix the Women's United States title division. There's no one to go after this thing. Green can't save the division by herself. Aaron Teagle. I see your chance at WarGames. I guess Aaron Teagle is saying Drew should win the world title here. Oh, he's not going to make it easy for him.
While we wait, what wrestling show is the word RN?
SDK is like, you know what? No, I'm not going to make it easy for him. $45, $25. SDK, wait a minute. Drew Usher, are you conceding, sir? Drew Usher, did you just concede? Wow. No, for real. Like, Drew Usher, are you conceding for real? Or is this another swerve? Because I don't want to give him the title and then you'd be like, psych, $100. Because that's what I'm scared you might do. All right, Drew Usher just said he conceded. SD Kai, you are now the international champ. Congratulations, sir. When do you want to defend the belt? Now, before, let me actually be sure. Let me make a separate save just in case. Just in case Drew Usher's just like, psych, I changed my mind. But congratulations, SD Kai, Drew Usher. Great performance. SD Kai, when is your next title defense? Monday Night Raw or SmackDown? Do you want to keep it on SmackDown or do you want to move it to Monday Night Raw? What you want to do? Yes, SD Kai, ladies and gentlemen. SD Kai, there you go. SD Kai. I gotta come up with a nickname for you.
All gas, no brakes, let's run it up.
Well, that finally came in. That was... I don't know why that one was so low or so slow. There you go. SD Kai says he would defend the belt on Friday night of SmackDown. And he takes the title, ladies and gentlemen, with $45. Man, SD Kai, you could have came and taken the title at Saturday Night's main event. But I'm glad you came and took it here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new champ. What a way to close out the show. I do appreciate you all for making me a part of your day. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So this upcoming week, Monday Night Raw review. Wednesday is going to be AEW's Blood and Guts, so that's going to be a big show. And of course, SmackDown next week. We'll find out what they're going to do with Drew as time goes by. They got to change something up. WWE is not killing it right now. Show is pretty boring, it's pretty lifeless, and everyone sees it and everyone says it. So let's pray and hope that things get much better as time goes by. So, all right, thank you all so much for watching me. Do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Please continue supporting the channel. I am grateful that all of you came to watch me, to make me a part of your day. I know WWE wrestling right now is not all that great, it's not all that hot, but you're still making me a part of your day. You're still coming, you're still donating, you're still watching. I see it, I appreciate it, and I love you for it. Please continue to support the channel. Because as long as you keep watching me, as long as you keep making wrestling relevant, wait a minute, time out. Check your email. Lauren Biggs says to check my email. Let me check what she sent me here. Lauren Biggs said check my email. Hold up. What you send in my email? Oh, you sent me a gift, right? I think I saw that. What's up, Just Alex? It's your girl, your goatness, Lauren Biggs. Me and my little brother came up with this idea after the stream when I said the help business. We thought about you after you did your video coming out that you have autism. This is a cool shirt idea and the 4 goats. I don't want any money. I just want 2 shirts. One for me and the other for my little brother signed by you. No, bro. What? After that, you can do whatever you want with it. I want you to continue to keep grinding. You have reached the glass ceiling. You're a wonderful human being. Keep doing great shit and fuck haters. This is for you. AMB Convos and Steven Sandridge. From your girl Lauren Biggs. And my little brother. Wow. Wow. Okay. So you want me to you want me to make this shirt and you want me to sign it? Wow. Okay. Okay. We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. Thank you. That means a lot. Incredible. Okay. Well, we'll do it, Lauren. We'll make it happen. We'll stay in touch. Okay. Wow. Thank you all so much. Like, again, like that's beautiful. Yo, you guys get out of here. Stay hopeful. And always remember, Alyx's World will always be a safe space for wrestling fans like you.
When you're when you're